What's up, my shining stars? I'm Dan PROK, and in today's video, we're gonna talk about describing is creating, because the words that you use are very powerful to create the life that you want. And I've noticed over the last few days with all that's happening in the world, I've noticed having conversations with people that are more about the problem than about the solution, that are more about the problem than the way I want life to be. Because we can dwell on the way life looks like it is, or we can imagine and create and talk about the life that we really want to have happening. And if you ever followed football, you have a favorite football player and they won the Super Bowl. Let's think of a quarterback like Tom Brady. That guy has been telling himself a great story for a long time. He's been telling himself a story that he's a world champion Super Bowl player. He's the quarterback of the world champion Super Bowl team like the New England Patriots. He's been telling himself he's a story like I'm the MVP. Now, did he just tell himself that story once? I bet when he was 5 years old or 10 years old or whenever he started playing football, you can imagine that young man or young boy just playing football with his friends and saying, there's 5 seconds on the clock. Hut, hut, hike, drop back, 4, 3, 2, ball's in the air. And he's like pretending that the guy's gonna catch the ball, and then he's like, touchdown, Super Bowl champion, Tom Brady. How many times has that person done that before they created that life for themselves? The story in his mind was amazing about his life before he created his life. And then he went out and created the skill set, the habits, the routines, the behaviors, the personality, the persona, the work. He put in the effort to make that life and that reality come true. So the story that we tell ourselves, in my take on things, should be better than the way life is. It could be way better. The story you tell yourself in your head about yourself, your career, your life, the whole world, it can be a little better than the way life is right now, or a little more, or way better. And I feel like what's going on in the world right now, that a lot of people are experiencing stuff that they don't want. It's shooting off these rockets of desire that are into the way you really want your life to be. Not the way it was before this stuff happened, the way you really in your heart want your life to be. And I just learned this with my career. 8 years ago, I started acting. Had never acted before, was incredibly afraid of the camera. I found an acting class, free acting class. I found it in the San Diego Reader, in the classifieds, and I called the number, and it was this crazy guy. He's a great acting coach, but the message was funny. He's like, you ready for some drama? And I was like, I guess so. So I started taking acting classes. Maybe 6 months later, I was booking a few commercials, but I had to go through something inside me that was not acting at all. And then I was practicing acting, but it took me really a few years to start describing my life and feel comfortable saying I'm an actor. Then, as I've learned more about this concept, I've thought, okay, what do I really add on? I'm a successful actor. I'm a successful comedy actor. The comedy projects that I work on make millions and billions of people laugh all over the world. I'm a rich, successful actor. You see how the stories develop and change? The story that you have about your life should be ahead of where your life is, because you're imagineering your life into existence. You're creating your life as it goes. Tell yourself a better story. You experience something that you don't like, ooh, whoosh. Tell yourself a story about life in the way that you want it. You experience people that are grumpy, I'm gonna start believing it's a friendly universe. And some ways to do this about money. You experience lack, you experience not having enough money to pay your bills, that's okay. But you start telling yourself a different story. Man, I'm gonna start telling myself, it's an abundant universe. It's an abundant world. More money is gonna flow into my life. I'm gonna have a better relationship with money. In fact, I'm gonna have an abundance of money. In fact, I'm gonna start believing that money flows copiously into my experience, that I am blessed and highly favored, and I am wonderfully blessed financially. You see where that thought pattern goes from one thing and gets more advanced? You can describe yourself however you want for wealth, but describe yourself ahead of where you are, and then keep changing your story along the way. Your love life. If you don't have the love that you want in your life, what do you say? Well, you know what? I've been learning that I'm more loving and lovable. I'm a loving and lovable person. I'm sending that out. I'm a high value person. You know what? I'm a very special person. I'm very special, and these are words you can use about yourself. I'm very special. I am actually a beautiful creation of God, and yeah, I'm the perfect person for the other perfect person to come into my life and share love together. Yeah, because it's a loving world, it's a friendly world. I'm gonna just believe in love more and more. I love myself, I love others, everyone loves each other. We're all loving and lovable. You see how that's just a story that transforms, and all of those elements of that story, when you believe it, will be the way your life runs. Then let's go into health. If you have health issues, what can you do? You know what? I know that I am made of God's energy. I'm made of the energy of creation. And with that energy flowing through me, I'm gonna have more peace in my mind and my heart. I'm gonna have more vitality and energy flowing through me. And I'm just gonna get in a little bit better shape every day. I'm gonna eat little bit healthier foods every day. I'm gonna take those steps. You know what? I might take a yoga class. I might take some HIIT classes. And wherever you're at, if walking a mile is too much, walk half a mile. If running a mile is too much, run 100 yards. And then you just keep going further and further into it. And eventually you'll be saying, you know what? I am just a healthy person. And there's healthy people all over the place in the world that I live in. And I'm encouraging others to have vibrant health. And health and energy and vibrancy, man, life is just so good like that. That's my life. Pure, beautiful, divine, glorious health and well-being. And then you breathe that in and you take action towards all those things. So just use this concept. Describing is creating. In the midst of everything going on in your experience of life, describe your ideal life. Describe your better life. Describe it in a glorious way, or at least describe it better and better and better than what you're experiencing right now. And we will, as individuals and as small groups and as a whole collective, create something more like paradise, more like where I am right now in La Jolla, more like heaven on earth. Whatever your heaven on earth and paradise is, that's what's in store for you. And a big part of it comes with you describing your life to yourself in a very beautiful and abundant way. I'm Daniel PROK. Thank you so much for being here. This video will transform your life. Share this video with anyone that you feel like wants to take their life from where it's at to a better place. And always make sure you just do the deal. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, and be your best today. Be your most beautiful today, and shine brighter today than you ever have before, so that you are an example of the shining bright lights in the world. I'll see you in the next video.